In this video, we will create a smart contract that allows to make single and recurring payments with an ERC20 token. With this, we can set the state of a wallet in our app. For example, if the user paid his membership, then he will have access to premium content. If the user doesn't have the membership, then he will not see the premium content. He just can see a button to pay the membership. For this video, I will only show different messages about the state of the user. But with this base, it can be make anything that needs two different pages. For example, if you are building a game, you can make that the wallets that paid the membership have access to some special functionality that benefits the user. You can try all of it. You will have all the links in the description of the video. You can test the app, try to buy the membership. To do that, I create a faucet of the ERC20 token, and also you can check the entire source code of this project on my GitHub. Hi, I am Facundo Carballo, and before to continue with the video, I would like to say you that if you are interested in blockchain development, you must visit my channel, because I make videos about blockchain development. My entire channel is about blockchain development, so I really recommend you that visit my channel. And if you like this kind of content, I will really appreciate that you subscribe to my channel, and of course, if you like this video, you can hit the like button. Well, now we continue with the video. First of all, we will need for an intermediate that can receive payments and decide if the wallets that are interacting with our app can access to the exclusive content or not. To make this decentralized, we will create a smart contract that works as this intermediate. This smart contract will need a generic interface of an ERC20. You can import them from the official GitHub of OpenZeppelin, or you can copy and paste the interface of the ERC20 just like I did. I like to do this because when I have to verify the smart contracts on Etherscan, it's more easy than have the contract in different files. Well, inside of the smart contract, we will need a variable that makes reference to the ERC20 token that we want to use. In this case, I will use BUSD. And to do that, I need the contract address of this token. I can search it on internet, but like I work on a testnet, I create an ERC20 token that I call BUSD, and I will work with this fake BUSD. We also need to know the wallets that are able to receive the payments. In this case, I will use two different wallets. One wallet will receive the 33% of the payment, and the other will receive the 66% of the payment. I do that just for simulate a distributions of partners. After that, we can set the prices of each membership. In this case, I decided to make the for life membership to 50 BUSD, and the 1 month membership to just 1 BUSD. Also, we have to set this time of membership, 1 month. It's the same as 30 days. Like Solidity allows the developers to work with timestamps, I will use the keyword days. There is other keywords like seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks. But for this case, I just will use days. After that, we need some mapping functions to identify the state of the wallets. Lastly, before to start with the functionalities of the smart contract, I will create a string constant that will support me to show an error message in the case of some function fail. First, we will need three different functions. One, to realize the single payment of the membership. Another, to make the monthly payment. and another one to allow the admin wallet to claim the amount collected. Like you can see, inside of the payment functions, first of all, we have to make sure that the amount that the user sent is the correct one. In other case, the function will revert. After that, I divided the amount to send the 33% to one of the admins and the other 66% to the other admin wallet. I make the transfer using the function transfer from of the ERC20 token, and then I set the mappings of the admin wallets. To the claim function, first I check that the wallet that calls this function is an admin. Another case, this function will revert. If effectively the wallet is an admin, then the smart contract will transfer the corresponding amount of this admin to his wallet. And finally, we set the mapping admin to 0. Lastly, I decided to create another function that helps me to know if a wallet is qualified to see the premium content or not. It's a simple line of code, but it will help me a lot when I have to read this data on the web. For the web front, I will only show how I make the connections with the smart contract, how I read the data from the smart contract, and then I display it in the web, and also how I set the functions to modify the state of the blockchain. Anyway, you can check all the code of this project in my GitHub repo. The link to this repo will be in the description of the video. First of all, we need to connect the web with some wallet. To do that, I create a button which function will handle this connection. The function that will execute is this. Load Web3 is the same function that I use in all of my projects. This function only creates an instance of Web3 in our web and sends a signal to MetaMask to show his pop-ups so the user can connect his wallet with our app. Once this function is executed, now we can get info from any contract that are in the blockchain that the wallet is connected to. First, we have to create an instance of all the contracts that we will need. In this case, we only need 2 smart contracts. The smart contract that we created before and the smart contract of the ERC20 token. Also, it's necessary to know with which wallet the user is connected to our web. With this, we can start to get relevant data from the smart contract. The first thing that I get from the smart contract is if the wallet is active or not. It means that if the user pays his membership or not. To do that, we have to call to the method of the smart contract that we created before, called isActive, and we pass as a parameter the wallet of the user. To execute any method from any contract, always we have to follow the same struct. This struct is only to execute view methods. To execute other methods that change the state of the blockchain, we have to follow another struct, but we will see this in a few minutes. Anyway, if you want to understand in detail how to call the methods of a smart contract, you can check this video where I explain all of it more in detail. After that, in the same way, we get the days to end the membership, and also the rewards that the admins will get from this app. Finally, I return this data as an object, so I can set this value in the corresponding variables. And well, now we have to work with this information. To realize payments with any ERC20 token, first, always, we have to approve the transaction from the wallet of the user to the smart contract. This is very important because if we don't approve the transaction, we will not have the permissions to make this transaction of tokens. That is because this transaction is made from the smart contract and not from the wallet of the user. It will be different that the user open his MetaMask and then transfer the tokens to the wallet that he wants. Here, the user is interacting with some smart contract and this contract wants to transfer his tokens. So to do that, first we need an approval from the user itself. So first, we will have to call the method from the ERC20 token to authorize the smart contract to transfer this amount of tokens from the wallet to the smart contract. This method is called approve and receive as a parameter the address of the wallet or contract that we want to authorize to transfer an amount of tokens, and the second parameter is the amount of tokens. Like you can see, in this case, we don't finish the line with .call because this method modifies the state of the blockchain. So we will have a cost of gas, so we have to finish the line with .encode API. Now we have to build the parameters that MetaMask needs to show the pop-up to the user. To do that, I call to this function that I made. This function receives 3 parameters: the address of the wallet, the address of the contract which we want to interact with, and finally the data that we get before. This function just gets the nonce of the wallet, gets an estimated gas to consume, and the actual price of the gas. Finally, returns this object that contains all the data that the MetaMask needs to show the correct pop-up to the user. After that, we just send these parameters like this way, and it's done. I aggregate that then function to make some things on the UI, like the spinner to show to the user that the app is working on. After that, we approve the transaction. Now, we finally can transfer the tokens properly. To do that, we have to call the function that we wrote in the smart contract that make the transfer of the tokens and then set the wallet as a premium. I make a unique function to both payments, the single and the monthly payment. This is thanks that I can receive as a parameter of the component the function that built the correct params for the corresponding button. So to each button, I pass the corresponding function that builds the params, and then the component itself works with this data to show the correct pop-up to the user. To receive these payments, it's a similar process than we are working before. Just change the name of the methods that we call on the smart contract. To receive the payments, I create another page inside of the same domain, which I use Next.js. It's very easy to do. I just have to create a file inside of the folder pages. To this page, I call admin. Inside of the front, I decided to block the view to any wallet that doesn't match with the correct wallet of the admins of this app. So only the admins can see this page. And well, the function to receive this payment is the following one. Like you can see, it's very similar to the other functions. It have the same structure. First, we get the data of the function, then we build the params, and finally we send these params to MetaMask. Well, basically that is how we can accept payments with an ERC20 token. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you like this video, you can hit the like button, and if you are interested on this blockchain developed world, I invite you to see my channel and of course to subscribe to my channel too, because I will be uploading videos like this. I hope that once a week. So see you on the next video.